When my wife, Jessica, casually mentioned over breakfast that she had planned a weekend trip with her ex, I felt a brief moment of disbelief, followed by a surge of calm determination. For a second, I could imagine the laughter of her friends when she told them, the excitement she was trying to disguise as casual, the memories she thought she could reclaim. But instead of reacting with anger, pleading, or drama, I looked her in the eye, took a slow breath, and said two simple words, "Not happening." The words landed softly but firmly, like a hammer striking a surface too thin to resist. Jessica blinked, expecting shock, tears, or argument, but none came from me. I didn't need to shout, I didn't need to justify, and I didn't need to beg for respect. The power of those two words was enough because they reflected years of understanding, patience, and boundaries I had built quietly in our marriage. Suddenly, the room went still. The casual way she had spoken about the trip vanished, replaced by a recognition that I was serious, that I would not let our life together be compromised for someone from the past. Her face shifted from surprise to hesitation, then slowly to contemplation. I let the silence stretch, allowing her to process what those two words implied: respect, limits, and the reality that some lines aren't negotiable. Jessica had always been independent and strong-willed, used to pushing boundaries and testing the edges of comfort, but she had never seen me act so calmly, so clearly, and so decisively. She opened her mouth to protest, perhaps expecting me to negotiate, but the quiet authority in my tone prevented it. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't accuse her, I simply repeated the two words once more with the same calm firmness: "Not happening." In that moment, the dynamics of our relationship shifted. The confidence I showed wasn't about power, it was about clarity, about drawing a line and showing that love doesn't mean tolerating actions that threaten trust. Jessica's ex, though never mentioned openly, was suddenly irrelevant. The reality of our partnership, reinforced by my quiet assertiveness, became the only thing that mattered. By the end of the morning, Jessica had canceled the trip without further argument, not because she was forced, but because she realized the truth of my words. Boundaries aren't arbitrary, and respect isn't optional. Our conversation that day wasn't filled with drama or anger, but with honesty, understanding, and a new recognition of each other's roles in the marriage. Those two words had changed everything, not by threat, not by fear, but by showing that clarity and calm resolve often speak louder than hours of argument or emotional outburst. For the first time in years, I felt that quiet power of standing firmly in what I valued, and Jessica, seeing my resolve without resentment, began to rebuild the trust that had wavered in subtle ways over time. That morning, we didn't just save a weekend from being wasted. We redefined the boundaries, respect, and understanding in our marriage, all through the weight of two simple words spoken with conviction.